Happy Tuesday, you guys. We're already back at Tuesday. Can you believe that? We're already back at Tuesday. It was just the weekend, and here we are. It's Tuesday again. Who knew, right? Y'all got the hair hanging today. Bear with me. Y'all know I get the fidgeting and all type of things because I don't really like the hair hanging. Y'all know I like stuff out of my face. I'm more comfortable with hair out of my face and off and around my neck. I feel like I'm itching. There's a whole lot going on. I'm trying to, they keep telling me don't pull the hair in ponytails all the time because, you're an edge girl. You got all these edges and you don't want all of a sudden you don't have your edges anymore because you're pulling your hair back in these ponytails. I'm probably gonna put it in ponytails. It's gonna be a little bit more relaxed and not so defined. Cause listen, if I got these braids, they're going back in the ponytail. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm just gonna have to put something and protect these edges or something. I don't know. What y'all think? I mean, y'all know I love braids, and I get stuck in braids. And my husband always tell me, I mean, what else you gonna do? What you gonna do different? I mean, good Lord, you're going to get stuck in those braids. And I do. I do. I do. But he's a bald head guy. When is he going to do something different? And we don't want that because, we don't want no man weave or anything like that. So I'm not going to play with my husband with that because, you never know with him. He'll be done popped up something crazy, right? So how have you guys how's it been going? Everybody's maintaining and doing their thing. I hope so. I pray that you guys are doing well, and I hope that everybody has been doing the work in their marriage. I hope you guys been looking at the other episodes and you know um, just doing a little work with your marriages. Let me tell y'all something that was so funny to me this weekend. Before I even get into the message, I had we went to um, the Fountain City Classic in Columbus, and I had a lot of people come up to me. It just really surprises me how many people watch the show. Now, the numbers might not show it, so I need y'all to, those people that came up to me, even at homecoming and to now, my numbers should be saying something different. So I need y'all to not just look, I need you to like and subscribe. Even if you don't, sometimes you might find yourself on here. You might find something that you might relate to. Who knows? But just like and subscribe if you can, just to support your girl. Cause I mean, I'm into numbers, and I don't want to feel like I'm doing it for no apparent reason. I know this is all God ordained because I ran from it for a long time. People want to know, you know, there's no secret to marriage, but they want to know how it works for me and can I give them some tools with their marriage? And absolutely, of course, I can. And I ran from it so many years until God said, "This is the time. This is definitely the time. You have time now. Get it done." Empty nester, you know, you got time. You used to do a million things when you had your children at home and you were working at corporate and things like that. You don't, are you telling me you don't have time now? And do, but did I want to? No, but I had to wait on God. And so here we are. He told me, this is a guy that I know of. I don't know very well, but I know of. He went to school with us. And he said, I clicked on y'all's show and I thought y'all were doing some type of cooking class or something. I thought Fred was going to be on here cooking or something. And I see your wife on there talking about being together. Y'all talking about being together. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't nobody trying to hear about being together. Now he's a whole married man. And he don't want to hear about being together. It's people out here that don't even want to work on their marriage, y'all. They don't even want to work on it. And then they wonder why everything is always effed up. Because you ain't doing the work. You don't care. You don't even care about, she was nowhere near around him. You know, she was not even there. And I'm sure she was not even invited because he probably was like, this is our boys' weekend. I ain't got time to be with you. It was given all that. So I don't know about you guys, but I didn't get married for nothing. And I certainly don't want my husband to feel any type of way about me being around him or being with him or the way we love each other or anything. You know, I don't want him to be out in the streets. Man, I'm so glad to get out around that girl. You know? Cause I mean, clearly, you can go places by yourself and do things by yourself easily. That's nothing. But I don't want to be anywhere and be out and saying, God, I'm so glad to get out around Fred. Or I don't want Fred to be anywhere and just be like, oh my God, I'm so glad to get off around Alexia. You know, you're supposed to actually love being around each other as husband and wife. Yes, you need your breaks. Yes, you need your time away to reset. But men, don't dog out your wives when they're not around. And don't do, because people are listening. I definitely heard you, and I know that it gave out, you know, your wife ain't doing too well. That's what it gave me. So just, we got to do better. It's funny to a certain extent, but I heard you loud and clear. And, we got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. And that brings me to what I want to talk about today. Wives and husbands. I wanted to talk about insecurities in our marriage. And when I say insecurities, I have a lot of different things I mean when I say insecurities. Um, One of them being, when you're feeling like you're not enough in your marriage. You're feeling like, dang, am I enough for my husband? Am I, do I look good enough? Or have you ever been out and, you can feel things? Like if you've been out and you're walking as a person and you see a couple approaching you. I get this all the time. I'm out walking, I'm in a store or whatever, and I see a husband and wife approaching, walking towards our way. And it's always the female looking like, looking at you like, don't you even look at my husband? Don't you even, and he better not, and she's trying to keep his attention so she can see if he's gonna look at you. If we got to do all of that, we have to be women of confidence. We have to have a certain amount of confidence in our marriage. If you're out and you're feeling like, oh my husband is gonna look at that woman, he probably absolutely is gonna look at that woman. He's probably gonna look at that woman and say, not all the time just lusting, and some men do lust, overly lust, and some of them are um out of control with it. And what is the word am I looking for? I'll come back to that. But we got to be secure in our marriages, because he's gonna look, and you'll probably look over there and be like, okay, I like that outfit on that guy, something like that. But all the time, it's not a bad thing when you look. It's not a bad thing. I'm not looking. My husband is everything for me. So I don't have to look. I'm so secure in my marriage and I love my husband so much. I don't have to look at the next man and be like, oh my God, I wish my husband was like that. Or, because I love my husband the way he is. I chose my husband for who he is, right? And he chose me as his wife for who I am. So we shouldn't be comparing. Never compare your husband or never compare your wife to the next person you see out in the street. That is disrespectful. That's the word I was looking for. It's disrespectful. And it then makes your woman or your man insecure in the marriage. Where when you're out in about, you're worried about if that man is going to be looking at the next woman or if that woman is going to be looking at the next man. Because you're at the house being disrespectful, or you're out and about being disrespectful and gawking at the next woman and things like that. We can't you got to make your woman and you have to make your man secure in the marriage. And then that brings on a whole thing of, okay, well, I see that he likes the big butt, big breast girl. So then here we go as women. We're trying to be that. God blessed you the way you are. Okay, there is no one else like you. If you are secure in yourself, there's not another woman like you. If you know yourself and you're confident in yourself, there's no one else like you. So there's no emulating you. You are enough the way you are. I don't care if you're super skinny, you're bald head, whatever. You have something to bring to the table. Believe it or not, you got something to bring to the table and you're enough. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're enough. God made you in your own image and you're supposed to be different. And there's somebody out there for everybody. Everybody knows that, right? That's the saying. And not only is it the saying, that's what it is. You done seen Godzilla. And when I say Godzilla, that woman that looked like Godzilla with this nice looking man. And you done seen that nice looking woman with King Kong. And you're trying to figure out what in the world is that all about, right? Because there's somebody for everybody. That woman she's beautiful on the inside, and that man, he's beautiful on the inside. And that's what that person see. You would rather have somebody to see your beauty on the inside than the outside. But see, us as women, and I'm gonna say women, us as women, we're quick. Now, I know it's some men out there that do this stuff, but women, we're quick on the job. Now, if I see you like this person over here or something like that, and I'm not talking about me because, I'm secure with me, but, I'm just saying what I see in the streets. If I see you like this over here, or if I like what I see over here, I'm going to change my whole self into that over there. And how is that possible? Well, let's talk about it. Makeup, you can look like you can be a dark-skinned woman and they have makeup that can change you into a light-skinned woman. And we've seen it. And that's a woman that's insecure with her color. We have some beautiful dark-skinned women. I know a lot of beautiful dark-skinned women. And I just want them to be happy with them. Now, light-skinned women, we get this whole thing of she thinks she's all that. No, we don't. That's what you think. That's what you think. But it's some insecure light-skinned women out here too. So nobody's happy when you really think about it. And everybody's beefing about color and size and all this and that. When all it takes is learn how to be secure with yourself. Now, have you ever seen a huge woman that wears small clothes? And you see how secure she is as a person, and she has so much confidence, and you're like, she look a mess, but I love her confidence, right? That's all it takes is for you to have confidence, because people will fall in love with the fact that you love it so much. I love it for you because you love it so much. You don't have to change yourself into anything. Now, again, we say the insecurities. Insecurities sometimes with women are the body shaming. They feel like I'm too skinny. I don't have enough, behind me. My legs are too small. I'm just not appealing. When the thicker girl is looking at the skinny girl and like, I wish my legs was that skinny. See, I'm the type of person that look at the skinny girl and be like, God, it must be nice to be able to fit in some boots regularly. Like you can just buy some regular boots. That's what I'm thinking. But see, they're looking at me like she got the nice big legs and she just so body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. And in actuality, I'm not always happy with body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. I want to be smaller. So there's a lot of insecurities that we deal with in life, in marriage, or whatever. But I just want everybody to know that you're enough. You don't have to put on all that makeup. Do you see how much makeup we apply to ourselves as women to try to make ourselves happy? Let me tell you what I have my own insecurity. My own insecurity is I will not walk out the house without my eyebrows and my eyelashes and my eyeliner. That's one thing. Those are the three things that I have to have on my face to make me feel secure to walk out that door. So uh, imagine, and I respect and I understand where you're coming from when you're adding all of those layers of makeup to your face. And that's just for you to feel secure to walk out the door because you love being a glamour queen. That's your thing. And that's fine in a sense. But then you're selling that that's the way you look. But then when you get ready to wash it off, what happens then? How do you look when you wash that makeup off to your man? Cause he's like, she only looked good with the makeup on. That's how he talking when he out here amongst his people. She only looked good when she put on makeup or clothes with this on. We want to be authentic. God wants us to be authentic. He loves us in our authentic selves. And I know it's hard to be authentic. You know, we love stuff. We love things. You know, we are in a world where it's so much that's out here for us. We got to dabble into it and we become obsessed with it and it turns into a whole thing. When our man just want us to be us and God want us to be us in our own image. So be secure. Be happy with you where you are. Goals are always to be better. Yes. Nothing wrong with being better. Goals are always to want more. Yes. You can always obtain more, but don't lose yourself in trying to obtain more and being more. Be happy with you. I know my husband don't like a lot of makeup. I don't mind putting on makeup when I'm going and being when I'm trying to look, when you're dressing up, that's the time to me to put on that makeup. That's the time to say, "Hey, this is how I look as a glamour queen." That time. I'm not a glamour queen all the time, but I like dressing up and looking nice every once in a while. I can't put that stuff on my face every day. And when I do put it on my face, it's not layers and layers and layers. Like I'm looking at these YouTube tutorials like, are you freaking kidding me? This is how much makeup we have to put on to look like something? Oh my God. I could never. I just could never. Even when I can, I could never. And then let's get into changing up your bodies. I've always had an issue with my stomach. I don't like it. But I'm scared to have surgery. Thank God. It's a reason why I'm scared to have surgery. So guess what I got to do? I just got to work out, and it's just gonna have to be what it is. My husband said he don't have a problem with it. So hey, guess what? We don't have no problems. He ain't got a problem with it. Now that don't mean just go let it go and just get worse than what it already is. Because not only is he not gonna be happy, I'm not gonna be happy. Number one, I'm not gonna be happy. So we got to make sure that we're maintaining ourselves. What they married in the beginning, no, nobody looks like that from the beginning. That's always the goal, to continue looking that young and to continue to look that good as when you caught them. But realistically, that's not how it's going to be. Me and my husband, we're 31 years in together, 28 years married, and we don't look like we looked back then. My husband had hair back then. I was 114 pounds soaking wet. I'm not going to even tell you how much I weigh now. So I know I don't look like that. But that was a time when, hey, that was that time. 31 years later, here I am. I mean, I feel like I look decent, but that you can always maintain and work on your Michelangelo. You're your own sculpture, so you work on keeping that together. Work on keeping that together and not letting it get too far gone where number one, you're not happy. And then you're out here doing things that are ungodly. You're out here completely changing your bodies. And what you don't know is when you change your body, that's that same body that that person have on her. So you're out here looking like this person and that person. And you don't spend all this money and people can tell right away. God, that would gut punch me. I don't spent thousands and thousands of dollars, and you mean to tell me that you can tell that I had surgery? That would be a kick in my that would just be a kick in my stomach or a punch to my stomach. That you can tell that I had surgery. Cause me and my husband be out here like, you can tell, look at her, look. Look, she look. That's that same body that everybody got. And you don't spend thousands and thousands of dollars and you were fine the way you were. But that's again that insecurity. Or you don't know what that person is going through that they're making you feel that way. You don't want to go through that type of thing. So make sure that we are happy with our authenticity and we're working on ourselves to love ourselves better because our husbands chose us the way we were. They're happy with who we were when they first met us. Remember that person. Remember that person. Don't lose focus of that person. Remember that person and remember him. And don't stray too far away from that. But yes, climb the heights, do better, achieve those goals, but don't lose yourself to where you don't even look like yourself anymore because you're out here trying to be somebody else. Okay? That's the message today. Being your authentic self, the insecurities in our marriages. Work on loving yourself more. That way you can give love to your husband. If you're happy with you, then everything else around you will follow. Right? Love you guys. Be amazing today. Bless someone with your words, not so much as what you can give them, but bless them. Say something nice. Okay? Say something nice. If you notice something on a person, don't sit back and not say anything. Say something nice to them. It might make their day. All right? Love you guys. Have an amazing day.